Hello, Libra! Thanks for joining me here at this moment in space and time for this, your mid-May general reading for Libra Ascending, Libra Moon, Libra Sun, or Libra, the Libra you care about, and you're just dropping in to check in to make sure that everything is copacetic in their world. I want to thank you all for your subscriptions and likes and shares and all that good stuff. I read all the comments, you guys. I'm getting to a point where there's a lot now, and I can't respond to everyone due to time constraints, but I will always give them a little thumbs up because I want you guys to know that I'm reading each and every one of them, and I appreciate all of those comments. They're really awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are stopping in to check out these readings, and that so far they're resonating and connecting with people, and it's because of you. I can't do them without you. I wouldn't do them without you, kind of thing, right, Libra? It's not always black and white. If it was, they wouldn't call you Libra. They'd call you Zebra. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a joke I made up all by myself. Ace of Wands straight up as a popper out of the deck. So, creative new beginnings. For some of you, congratulations are in order. I usually see Ace of Wands as a pregnancy or the beginning, definitely a soul that's wanting to come into 3D. So if that relates to you, you could be expecting or expecting to expect. Was the book What to Expect When You're Expecting? Expect the birth of a new creative endeavor. It doesn't always have to mean a little person, a baby. It could be a creative project, an art project. It could be an epic that you're writing. It could even be just a new journey or a new direction in life that you're wishing to take, that you're very passionate and engaged with at present time. Okay, that's Ace of Wands. We like to see Ace of Wands. But my subscribers know flippers and poppers. We throw them back in the deck, and then we kind of look at them if they come out again later on in the reading. Okay? So, I wish you all the best of health, abundance, and joy at present time. And want to make sure you're all in a place of comfort and bliss, right? Who's at the top of the deck this time? Okay, Libra, please set your intention for the reading. We're going to look into the 7 major areas and see what kind of hidden messages, stuck energies, healing messages can come forward from tarot at this moment in time. Oh, Knight of Wands, reverse or straight up. When it's at the bottom of the deck, I bring them straight up because the deck remains quite fluid. One of the major comments I'm receiving is like, why do you pick up the card a certain way and then that makes it reverse, and they feel like I'm making the ratings a certain way or negative. Just know I keep my deck fluid. At any given time, I have no idea how many cards are reversed, whether it's 80%, 20%. I just know that I flip them around, and I shuck, and I juke, and I jive, and that's the way it comes up. The card at the bottom of the deck, I usually bring it as straight up. Well, yeah, 90% of the time, unless I'm really, want to see it a different way, or not want to see it, but I'm, encouraged to see it a different way, because the deck is fluid. Now, Knight of Wands. What's going on here? You could be dealing with a person here that's really, this is kind of like Michael Jackson coat, really stand out of the crowdish type person. Red leather jacket with plenty of zippers, or what would it be in 2017? I don't know, almost nothing stands out in 2017 because everybody stands out in 2017. Oh, okay, maybe somebody with no tattoos. That would really stand out in 2017, right? This is somebody that really stands out in the crowd physically based on their appearance. But this is someone whose energy is also they're kind of making their way through their own journey and how they feel. And they may be blinded to certain societal norms. They may be blinded or not wanting to see certain what we would consider necessary goals for people to attain for enlightenment and self-security. This is a person that they just chase their dreams. Like maybe you've got a snowboarder on your hands that all they care about is snowboarding. That's what they want. Even in the middle of summer, they're thinking about snowboarding, and that's all they can do because they're passionate about it. Mom, can I have a new snowboard? Or Dad, will you take me to Colorado? I need to go snowboarding. That kind of thing, right? It's all they can see when it comes to their journey and what they want to be doing. If you're involved with a fire sign in terms of a relationship, that may be what has brought you here, Libra. You may be wondering how certain fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo is feeling about you at present time, or what they want to know about you. So just know that when a Knight of Wands has their eye on you or you're involved with them, there's no half-stepping. They are either 100% involved, or they are immediately looking to make a determination whether to walk away. That's the feeling I have with Knight of Wands, okay? So we're going to leave it up there and relate back to it as we go. All right, let's take a look here in our grounding energy. We got another Knight. This time we have Knight of Cups reversed. So this could be a situation now where we'll externalize it first. Maybe you're dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer, as someone that might be leading you on a little bit, or might be kind of playing hard to get. This could be somebody that is really kind of acting a certain way to get an emotional response out of you, or acting overly emotional in front of you to judge your character. It is kind of manipulative type energy, but I don't see it coming out of a place of like them wanting to hurt you, kind of. They're just manipulating it so that they can feel better about it. So make sure that if you're dealing with a water sign, nobody's out to use or abuse you at present time. And make sure if somebody's doing something that you don't like and you're in a new relationship with them, be very clear and tell them, like, I don't appreciate that. I don't like that. It's like, is that something we can work on together, right? I really like you, but, I just don't like that you, like, treat the waiter like crap, if your oyster comes a little bit flipped out of the shell or whatever it might be, right? On a mundane level, if we want to internalize this card, some of you could be feeling very emotional, like overly emotional compared to what you normally do, Libra. Some of you could have situations or fast-moving energy that comes around, and then you act or react, and then you're left feeling like, oh, goodness, that just really depleted my energy instantly, and now you're kind of bummed out. As well with Knight of Cups, watch that whatever you're engaging in terms of like altered states of consciousness, that you're not taking it too far. If you like to drink, let's make sure we're not drinking too much, right? If you like to smoke, let's make sure we're not smoking too much. Those kind of things in the grounding level of mundane. Knight of Cups reverse is not the most grounded energy. You guys might be like a little bit like too quick to speak somewhat this month, when really the situation is causing you to be a little bit more listening, surrounding you, okay? That sort of thing. So yeah, that's good here. And some of you, if we want to look at these two knights juxtaposed against one another, the Knight of Wands is carrying favor here. The Knight of Wands is like kind of, if you're feeling, you're an air sign, so this Knight of Wands is more aligned with your energy, saying, come with me. Let's get passionate. Let's get involved in this situation. Let's really engage with it, with everything, with all of what we're doing. Whereas this person is like constantly like, let's do Netflix and chill again and again and again. Or, you know what, well, we better just order takeout and order in because we're both tired. And why would we want to chop up, make sushi together kind of thing, right? Why would we want to do so? This person is really going to be asking you to engage. This person is almost kind of asking you to regress into their world a little bit so that they are in control, okay? So that just something would be mindful for some of you to see that, okay? Now, oh my goodness, Libra, now we've got King of Cups up in you. So this water sign, this could be the person that you are involved with passionately and making love with, right? If we're looking at this water sign, though, you might just not even care. You might be this might be your energy now being super passionate, because this person is coming at you with a ton of love, a ton of like appreciation and kindness. This is somebody that gives you like lots of foreplay and lots of like cuddles after sex. Like, this is somebody that is reassuring to you that they want to be there with you in that moment. They want to be with you whenever they can, whenever schedule and time allows with it. So they might be acting a little bit kind of like jerky on the day-to-day level. You might always just kind of be compromising on what you're doing, where you're going, but it's showing that you might just not care, because this person is very kind, this person is very loving and very rewarding in some other facet of the relationship that really gets you excited, right? Especially we saw that Ace of Wands flip out. Some of you could be definitely very, very active romantically with a fire sign, but more so with a water sign, okay? And I think that this reading so far of all the ones I've done is the one that's really centering around relationships and people, because we've got 3 court cards up here so far, and it looks like now it's filled with passion, it's filled with emotion. So a lot of you, I don't really see too much dangers here. other than the fact that, you're going to want to be passionately engaged with the people that are around you. You're just going to feel that tendency to want to do that. But there could be situations that are holding you back because you might kind of like get too caught up in something, like too emotionally involved in something. And, like there's risk of embarrassment here, I guess. And that's not a big deal to a lot of people. Maybe to a Libra it is, but that's, oh my God. Knight of Cups, King of Cups, and now we have the Page of Cups. So we're almost looking at a royal flush of hearts here, folks. What's going on, Libra? More emotions. Now, this is uncertain emotions. So we went from uncertainty about how a water sign is towards you to actually being sort of in love and reassured by this person. And now one chakra up, we're like, well, am I really in love? Do I really understand what is being shared between us emotionally and in love? So a lot of you, I just want to tell you, stop worrying about it. Just go with the flow. If you're falling in love, but all you're doing is second guessing, letting go of your own independence and like worried about this consistent balance of, oh my goodness, is so-and-so going to break my heart? Is so-and-so going to... It's like almost like Eminem says, Marshall Mathers, you got to lose yourself in the music, in the moment. You own it, right? That kind of energy, you have to kind of be willing to know that our futures are never guaranteed. We can only take so much steps in terms of our own power to make sure that we don't get hurt. But there comes a threshold of time where we actually just have to let go. We have to let those walls down. Because if we're not sure about how we're feeling, if all we're doing is we know we love them, but we're so scared of being hurt, eventually this King of Cups has the potential to be like, you know what, I'm going to join the crowd here about so-and-so because you know what, they can't give 110% because they're always afraid. Love cannot expand in areas of fear, and all fear is the expectation of future pain. So if you're living in your life and all you're doing is saying, well, I don't want to love because my past experience is that it hurts. Love hurts, right? A Nazareth, type song, right? Yeah, love does hurt, but how can you explore these pleasures? How can you explore this fulfillment without having first embraced the pain of your past, which you can do, and also be able to take a gamble that future pain may or may not come? Right? Because you can't. You'll always be in this position of limbo if you don't do that, if you don't sort of succumb, release, let go of that fear so that love can expand. And then whichever form it takes, say if you're fated to learn another lesson in love, and this person turns out to be a jerk, which I don't think so, like King of Cups upright is good, then, you will be rewarded for letting go of your fear and your pain from the past by a long-term loving relationship, if that's what you want, right? If the situation is like is cyclical and you're picking up signs like, oh my goodness, like this is what my last boyfriend or girlfriend or them's or their friend did, like this is a red flag for me. Then we've got to get these communications up and going, right? We can be passionate about it, but we have to say to ourselves, all right, we're going to be engaging, we're going to love this person, but if too many red flags come up, let's see if this is something that this person wasn't aware that we were doing. We said it right off the top of the reading. It's like, could you please not do that? I really don't like that. If this person is willing to accommodate you in their own behaviors to make you happy, this is somebody worth sticking to, right? People don't change for other people. You got to remember that. People rarely even change for themselves, right? Or when they're asked to. But you can notice the evolution of a relationship when people do change for each other when they're kind of not even asked, right? You talk about the situation, then you let it go. If this is something where it's so ingrained in the other person that they are unable to change in this situation, it's going to be like pulling teeth out of a dinosaur to try and get them to do that. So you don't maybe want to enter into that or notice that, okay? But if it comes to you, and we're internalizing these cups, royalty cards now, the message I want to send is let go of this fear. Let go of this fear that this person has the intention to just hurt you, right? Because the feeling I have is that this person is very kind. This person is very passionate. And you sometimes, even though you are an air sign, you have a little trouble sometimes of truly letting go, truly being part of the environment, just was gone with the wind, or it's floating on the breeze, that kind of thing. All right. Up in Heart of Hearts, now we have the Hangman. So yeah, definitely fated situations, right? What is the fated situation that's around you? Why is it that you feel like you have no power in this situation? Because your heart says it so? It's like, well, this is love. There's nothing you can do about it. This is love. You're not going to be able to handle this. And then you kind of like get all worried, right? Like, oh my God, well, I'm going to have to call it now. I just don't feel right about it. I'm going to have to let them down easy or whatever. I'm not willing to go through another half a year without a commitment, right? Or that sort of thing. Why can't we just relax? Why can't we just live in the moment? Hangman is totally vulnerable. He's totally out there. He's hanging upside down by his ankles. And he's just like, you know what? It's okay. I'm not worried. I got broad shoulders. I can take it. I'm strong enough to deal with anything that comes my way, whether it's like a masculine or a feminine type energy. I'm balanced. I'm strong. I'm secure. Whatever these ropes that are binding me, even though I'm upside down and I'm vulnerable, I still feel secure, right? Because fated situations, when we we breathe into them and when we let ourselves go to them, more often than not, we come out victorious because we have been accepting of the fact that we were there in the first place, right? We were rewarded for being in that space and time so that we could engage with these other energies. Because tarot always asks kind of like, what do you truly want? Where is your happiness? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? And the Hangman in your Heart of Hearts is saying, yeah, I want to be in love. But I want to be kind of in control of it, right? Which is, the Hangman is here to say, like, when it comes to some of the higher forms and expressions of love, there is a letting go of control. There is a letting go of, needing to be able to direct the energy, whether in a sending or a receiving sense, a receptive sense, okay? So the Hangman is, in your Heart of Hearts, is saying, like, chill out. Just relax, okay? There's nothing here that's going to come along that you won't be able to handle because you have that that precision of knowing when it comes to your true authentic self that you can be affected, but you're not going to be completely torn down by it, okay? But part of you is saying, like, ooh, if I'm, there's this worry here that you're going to suffer, but I don't see it. I don't see it here. It's almost like somebody that's afraid to come out of their house because they hear like pounding rain on the window when really the sun is shining, right? And they haven't really like taken a full look to be able to come outside and experience it. So let go of fear. Really let go of fear, Libra. That is the theme for this so far, what I'm seeing. These are some big cards coming up for you guys. And they don't stop now. We got Temperance reverse. So in communications. So timelines being out of harmony. This balance with this lover that you have, with this situation you have, this is instantly coming back to communication. If expectations and intentions and things of that nature are not discussed on a 3D level, and we're playing a guessing game with somebody, and we're not really understanding where they come from, and they're not understanding what we want, and vice versa, then these fears are legitimate, right? But the more we open our mouths, the more we talk about, nobody likes a boyfriend or a girlfriend that all they do is talk about their exes. But there are certain times where we need to talk about the time and space where we've been hurt by a past lover that has brought us to this particular timeline, to this moment in time with the new lover. We need to go back and discuss that with that person, because that will give them the true indications of, okay, well, this is what triggers my lover. This is what triggers them in a negative way or in a positive way. These are the things I can do to accommodate them. These are the things I do that make them feel more vulnerable or left out, right? So these are the discussions where you're not directing a person to change or to be a certain way. But if two partners in the situations are authentically speaking and listening to one another, then these things happen on a subconscious level, and you become more conducive to each other's happiness a lot quicker in the relationship, and it takes a firmer or a stronger root deep down on that level when those things are communicated. And the tarot is saying that right now that this fear that's arising is because that this is not happening. because maybe everything is passionate, everything's good, we're dating, we're out doing the things together, like this, like really almost like Two of Cups energy, right? We're enjoying each other's company, we have similar hobbies and goals and stuff that we do, and we really like each other, and everything is very passionate. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, are we truly talking about our feelings, right? Is Knight of Wands able to talk about his feelings, or does he just expect you to know based on, his forthright passions that this is the way I feel because this is what I'm doing, and he's unwilling to open up about it, right? Or is this water sign someone who has so much emotion, so much feeling that they have a little bit of trouble with their intimacy because they feel on such a deep level, and maybe they're feeling that Libra might hurt them, that you maybe are not opening up to a level that they find satisfactory. And that's very true with water signs. They will always tend to second guess their relationships if they're not receiving affirmations and communications with their partners. Okay, so let's make sure that's equally and evenly shared, Libra. All right, let's see what's going on in hi Hermit, how you doing? I love it when Hermit shows up in the reading, and it's awesome that he shows up here in our pineal gland, in our third eye area. Let your inner light shine, let your love light shine. This is truly energy of spirit. If you're in your lover's presence, if you're close with them, and they just give you that certain something that comes on the inside, that certain knowingness, that certain amount of bliss, or that heightened energetic frequency or energy or vibration or whatever you want to call it or feel it, if it's there and you feel it through your own, through and through your being, just make sure that you are eliminating fear. You're stopping fear at the door. You're kicking it out. You're rebuking it. You're sending it away. Because the Hermit is saying that if you get the feeling in your body, if you know it in your heart to be true, and you know it in your mind to be true, if the light of love is shining strong, there is no need to change your path. There is no need to change your course, right? Maybe what I said earlier is wrong. Maybe Netflix and chill all the time is going to be right for this relationship, or maybe at present time, the water or the fire sign needs a balance of, okay, well, now it's go time, but now it's rest time. And this could be situations where you may be deciding to cohabitate with your lover. Some of you might be on the precipice of like, oh, are we going to try living together? Or, is an engagement type thing coming? Like those heavier loving energies, those commitments that we're looking for. And a lot of times, some of this fear could be arising because two lovers could be completely compatible. Then they try to live together, and then it's like all hell breaks loose because, the cap is left off the toothpaste, or, the dirty socks are under the couch, or whatever it might be, right? But these are the little mundane things that we need to really just push past, push through, open and engage in communication with about these things. The Hermit's here to let you know in pineal gland, it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be all right. We are all kind of one. Everyone is inside of everyone. We are all like collectively, we are each other. I know that sounds very abstract, very esoteric, but it's kind of like the feeling is that everything that you need is inside you, but that also exists in your partner, in your other person. That everything they need is inside of them. So when that harmony comes in and you feel that energy and that frequency elevating in love and in light, then let's not second guess it. The Hermit is trumping this Hangman and saying here, there is no need to fear it, okay? No need. Trust your heart, okay? Allow your heart to be vulnerable in order for best relationships. This is one of the heaviest relationship readings I've done, love readings, when it comes to doing the generals. Oh, speaking of love, what a beautiful energy to end on through Crown, right? Some of you may have a mutual friend that introduced you in the first place, and they're kind of still playing matchmaker long into the fact that the relationship has been going on, and they actually might be the ones that are facilitating this communication, saying, well, Susie needs this and this to feel secure, and then they go to Johnny or back to Susie, and then they say, well, Johnny has always sort of been this way, and this way. It's like, why is this middle person doing that? Why aren't Susie and Johnny like in their pillow talk talking about this situation? Or it may be some time to tell Jenny, like, don't worry, we got this, right? You can walk away. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We love you for doing this, but we've got this. We're going to be able to handle it. We're going to be okay. Don't completely shut her out. But for some of you, I feel that was a relevant message. And as well, for Three of Cups, what we want to look for here is just knowing that, when you're out, you can celebrate. You can really let go at these last 2 months here. Just feel the vibrancy of the situation that's around you. The blessings that are upon you at present time are very good. They seem very well. If this didn't resonate with you, if you're like single Libra, because I remember the Libra readings being like more about money, more about investing, and more about singles like wondering on what level to embrace love. I feel like now the reading is coming out for a lot of Libras that will be checking this out, that are, have met somebody and that are falling in love, or like I say, cohabitating. If this didn't resonate with you, as always, check my featured channels on the side of the page, or even your other ascendant and your moon signs. Maybe there's going to be some crossover there for you, Libra, because this reading, for the first time, I believe in 2017, has completely taken a completely different direction from the normal overall energy that sort of tends to dominate your readings, okay? Let's just take a look at a quick capstone before we close it out. Everybody gets an oracle card. You get an oracle card. You get an oracle card. Oh, I think we had our flipper. Did we get it? Yeah, we got our flipper. Okay. We've got number 50, Compass. Man, everybody's drawing high numbers in these oracle decks. I've had like 47, 48, 49, 50. They're not in order, I assure you. They're all mixed up, but everybody's in these high-end oracles. So let's just read the message real quickly, see what's going on. Quote, as long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. You're entering uncharted territories right now, and you can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements cannot help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel temporarily lost, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you will never be lost, even on a starless night when all else seems dark. Look at that. True north. The Hermit, like, kind of, if you want to take it in terms of like Norse mythology, like this is representative of Odin. This is like shining light into the dark places. This is Scorpio full moon, really shining the light down into the dark and being like, what is the root of the fear here? What the hell's going on? Why are you scared to move forward? Why, and when we look to the north, right, and it's nothing against, your geography of anything, but when you get into the north, what happens is the air gets colder, the air gets cleaner, the prana ends up hitting deep, all right? So when you guys are doing your deep breathings, I would suggest for some of you to, if you have access to higher elevations, get up there for some third eye clarity, just to do some fear releasing, get out into nature, right? Get these little things that are like maybe leaving you not grounded. Get rid of them, take care of them so that you can figure out where it is you're going and where you want to be. Because is this passion short-lived? Is this just a fleeting trend or something that's going to be gone again in a couple days for you? Or does this truly have this King of Cups energy where, you may decide to go and live with somebody and break away from living with your parents or living on your own and it may be very scary, but just know that there will be direction that comes from it. Something will come about in your life no matter what the outcome. All right, Libra, know that I love you all, and we'll see you next time.